This video will show you how to create a calibration curve to determine the alcohol concentration in a sample. We will use FTIR spectroscopy with Lab Solutions software. First, open the software. There is no password, so select OK. When prompted, select the connected device, then the spectrum mode in the software, and allow it to load. If the software does not auto-initialize, you will have to select Initialize from the Instrument drop-down menu. Allow the software to run through the checklist. All the checkmarks and buttons should appear green. If any issues occur, notify your instructor. Now that the instrument is ready, we can run a background scan. For this experiment, make sure the FTIR crystal is clean and dry, then press BKG scan. Your background scan should look like this. When the scan is finished, you can obtain the spectrum of your first sample. Place a drop or two of your sample onto the FTIR crystal. Our first sample is 50% ethanol. It will be helpful to name your samples. Select Sample Scan and allow the scans to run. The rest time will tell you how long the scan will take. Your spectrum should look similar to this. When your spectrum is finished, this window will appear. The file is automatically saved. We are interested in the peak centered at 1045. This is the CO stretching peak. To prepare for the next sample, dry the FTIR crystal with a non-abrasive wipe and add a couple drops of the next sample. Select Sample Scan and allow the next scans to run. My next sample is 60%. You can notice the peak at 1045 cm. One is bigger than the previous sample. Collect a spectrum for all of your standards and unknown samples. When you have all your spectra, you will perform a baseline correction. Close the Lab Solutions window and open Post-Run Program. Open the file for your first standard. On the top bar, select Baseline Correction if it is not already selected. Press Calc, then OK. You can see the correction on the bottom. Repeat this process for all of your spectra and ensure you save the changes to your files. Open the quantitation mode of the program. In the Calibration Curve File panel, open the Import tab. Import all of your files. If you did not change your sample names, like me, you can do so here. You will need to enter the concentration of your known standards. Select the Settings tab in the Calibration Curve panel. Make sure the calibration settings are as follows. Select Settings in the Quantitation Method panel. Select Edit, then Peak Height. Enter the start position as 1010 and end position as 1064, then select Register. Select OK, then OK again. Your calibration curve will appear in the Calibration Curve panel. Your peak values will appear in the calibration table, and your equation will appear in the Calibration Curve panel. Use the Import button in the bottom panel to import the spectra of your unknowns. Here, I only have one. The concentration of your unknowns will be calculated automatically. Record this value and compare it to your instructor's value.